and the system will be of a single degree freedom system. So from the screen, so I will show you one PDF file where I have taken screenshot from my notes. Okay, I think this is visible to you. My screen is visible to you. Okay, so the topic which we are going to discuss, it is very much important topic. So this is basically the analysis of a system which is undamped, means if there is no damping, there is no extra resistance, air resistance or any other resistance, and where the vibration is free vibration, means initial displacement will be given and the system will be allowed to vibrate, and the system will be single degree freedom system. So there will be one single mass component, and the motion of the system will be restricted in only one direction, means maybe in positive x direction and negative x direction, or maybe in positive y direction or negative y direction. Okay, so to analyze the spring mass system, so some assumptions are actually made. So here, as because we are taking one spring mass system, so here we will say that the mass is not elastic, it is rigid. The total system will be elastic, but the mass, which will be a major part of the system, so it will be rigid mass. So the boundary of the mass will not be contracting or nor it will be expanding, it will be remain constant throughout time. Then we will be considering that the spring is massless. So we will not consider the mass of the spring while analysis. Then one very important assumption, so we will take that whatever be the motion will be in the downward direction. It will be, it may be displacement, it may be velocity, it may be acceleration. So all the things, all the parameters will be taken as positive, and whatever be the in the upward direction, in the negative direction, okay, so that will be I am telling it as negative direction because we will be using negative sign. Okay, so whatever be the displacement above the mean line or above the equilibrium line, so those displacement will be, or velocities or acceleration will be taken as negative, means those parameters will be taken as negative. So these three assumptions are important while analyzing a spring mass system. Okay, now let's come to the system. So how the system will be displaced and how the system will behave under vibration. Okay, so this is our concerned system. Okay, so here actually you can see this is the fixed end. Okay, so from a fixed end the spring is hanging. Now you can see one length of the spring, isn't it? But here the mass is attached. Okay, so you can imagine when the mass was not there in the spring, so the spring, the length of the spring was little bit lesser than this length. Okay, and that length of the spring, it is called as unstretched condition of the spring. So let's say this dotted line, this is denoted by this dotted line, so this is the unstretched condition of the spring where there was no mass. Okay, attached, where there was no mass attached to the spring. So from here to here only this much was there. So this is the unstressed condition or unstressed level of the spring. Okay, and one thing, that every spring has a stiffness due to the elasticity. So let's say small k. Okay, so in small letter, English alphabetic letter k, so we will denote the stiffness of the spring to be small k. Okay, now let's say the mass is attached. From this unstressed condition, when the mass will be attached, so the mass, the spring will be stretched by an amount of delta, isn't it? So we are not giving any displacement. This is not a condition of vibration. Just when the mass will be attached, so the mass will reach this line, okay? And this line is called as the equilibrium position or the mean line. And here it is called as static equilibrium position. Means there will not be any motion, okay? The mass will be stationary. The length of the spring will little bit stretched, okay? So it will be enlarged, little bit enlarged. So how much, by how much distance it will be enlarged, or by how much distance it will be stretched? It is delta, okay? So it will be by an amount of delta. So if you just want to analyze this system by drawing the free body diagram, so when you will draw the free body diagram to this system, so here it is the free body diagram. So its position, or it is denoted by A. So here what are the forces you will get? So here one force will be the weight of the mass. So how much weight will be acting in the downward direction? M into Z, because small m is the mass of the system. And one spring force, as because the spring is attached, okay? So the spring is elongated, that's why one spring force will act, because the spring will try to contract, okay? Spring will try to get its original position or shape when it was in the unstressed condition. That is why the spring force will act in the upward direction, isn't it? So here, as because this is static equilibrium condition, that is why mg will be equals to k delta. And here I have told you that the third assumption is all parameters taken downward are positive and vice versa, means upward will be negative. So mg equals to what? Mg equals to k delta, means mg minus k delta. Mg is positive, minus, it will be minus because upward direction force will be negative force. So mg minus k delta equals to 0, or mg equals to k delta, okay? So from this position, so we can conclude that mg equals to k delta, okay? Now, as because this is undamped free vibration, so there is no damper. So if there is a damper, so we will show the component of the damper by a piston cylinder arrangement, okay? So dampers are generally shown by piston cylinder arrangement. And if you have gone through the video which I have shared during our lab, okay, so in that video you must have seen one damper, okay, which was elaborated by our lab instructor, Mr. Sunny Borman. Okay, so as because there is no damper, so I haven't drawn any damper, or we haven't attached any damper in this system. Okay, so this is the static equilibrium condition, or this is the free body diagram for this condition. Okay, so here weight of the mass will be equals to, weight of the system will be equals to the spring force. Okay, here you can say it is k delta. Okay, so now to get the vibration, or to analyze the vibration, what we need to do, we need to give a displacement. Okay, as because free vibration, so we will give an initial displacement, then we will allow the system to vibrate. Okay, so what we will do from this mean line, so we will give a downward displacement x. Okay, we will give a downward displacement x. Maybe by our hand also we can give the displacement, so which is a function of time. Okay, that is why x of t it is written. If you write x also, then also it is correct. So in the downward direction, means in positive x direction. Okay, so it is given as displacement x, then the system is allowed to vibrate. Okay, means with respect to this mean line, because this was the equilibrium line or mean line, so with respect to this line, the mass will go upward direction, okay, with an equal amplitude. So whatever be the amplitude in downward direction, it will go in the upward direction when you will allow to oscillate. Okay, means upward, downward, the downward, upward, downward, upward, like that the motion will happen. Okay, so at this position, when you are giving one displacement in the downward direction, so the body will be under motion, isn't it? So now the body is not static, the body is in dynamic condition. Okay, so though when you are giving some displacement and you are just allowing the system to vibrate, the body will not stop here. Okay, we will assume that the body will be in motion, okay, continuously at the time of releasing. Okay, so as this displacement is x, the velocity which it will acquire when it is going downward, it will be x dot. And as because the body is in motion, so there will be one inertia force, and the acceleration of the body will be x double dot, isn't it? Are you getting what I'm saying? So at this position, when you will draw the free body diagram on the right hand side, so earlier the position was A, this is B. Okay, first free body diagram is denoted by A, second free body diagram is denoted by B. So here, so if you just analyze the system, so what you will get, so mg in the downward direction you will get, because weight will act and the spring force will act, isn't it? So k delta plus x, earlier it was delta, now x amount of displacement it is added. Okay, so k into displacement, spring force is what, k stiffness into displacement, isn't it? So the displacement will be delta plus x, earlier it was delta, but here it is delta plus x. Okay, and one inertia force you will get, which is equals to mx double dot, isn't it? Because of Newton's second law of motion, when a body is in state of rest or in motion, okay, so the force is how much? F equals to ma, isn't it? The inertia force, that is mx double dot force will act in the downward direction, isn't it? So that force we will have to show actually. Okay, so if you just show it by giving some arrow mark also, then also it is correct. As because the system is moving in downward and upward, that is why I have not shown any direction here. Okay, so now we will analyze this system with comparison to this system. Okay, so here we will be analyzing, because now this system is in vibratory motion, earlier this system is not in vibration. Okay, so this system is in vibration, so we will analyze this system mathematically. So I have told you, so when you have applied some displacement, so the forces which will be acting, okay, so on the body will be mg downward, and then k delta plus x will be acting upward, and the inertia force mx double dot. Okay, so for this condition, whatever be the theory that is written here actually in this first portion, okay, from unstressed position to this equilibrium position, all these things, this k delta force will be acting upward, mg force downward, so that thing is written here. Okay, so now the body is given a downward displacement, so what you can apply, so you can apply Newton's second law of motion for this free body diagram. So how you will apply, so the theory is written again, I have told you all this theory. Okay, so just you go through it. Let us consider a spring mass system constrained to move in a direction, a rectilinear manner along the axis of the spring. Okay, so in the downward direction, let k and m be the stiffness of the spring and the mass of the block. Okay, representation. So here the mass is supposed to be rigid and the spring is massless. So this is what is known as the lump parameter model. Okay, lump parameter means when you will add up all the masses, you will get the total mass. Okay, so that is the thing. So all this thing is written. So now what we will apply, so for this free body diagram, so we will apply Newton's second law of motion. So what sign convention we will be using, so all parameters taken downward will be positive and all parameters taken upward will be negative. So let's see what we will write. So when you will apply mg downward direction, you can see in this equation, okay, mg minus, why minus, because the spring force will act in the upward direction, minus k into delta plus x, equals to mx double dot. Okay, so F equals to ma. So when you will apply Newton's second law of motion to the dynamic body, so you will get mg minus k delta plus x equals to mx double dot. Okay, so this thing actually you will get by Newton's second law of motion. Summation of external force will be equals to mx double dot. So these are the external force which are shown on the free body diagram. will be equals to mx double dot. Okay, so if you just simplify, mg will be equals to k delta, because mg is equals to k delta. So in this position, so you aim to know that thing. So this component of weight will be equals to the spring force, okay, when it was in unstressed condition. Okay, so k delta will be equals to mg. So this will be cancelled out. Mg equals to k delta. Then what will left? Kx minus of kx will left. Okay, it will yeah, it will be there. So mx double dot will be equals to minus of kx. So mx double dot plus kx equals to 0. So you should remember this equation, because this is the basic equation of motion for what? For an undamped free vibration of a single degree freedom system. Okay, so this system was undamped system, single degree freedom system. Okay, undamped single degree freedom system. So for this, the equation of motion is this one, mx double dot plus kx equals to 0. Okay, and how this equation comes, so you have already come across this thing. Okay, so now if you simplify, x double dot plus k by m, x equals to 0. Okay, so now you can write like this. So this k by m, so how you can write this k by m term will be equals to omega n square. So it is actually assume that omega n square equals to k by m. So what is omega n then? So omega n is called the natural frequency of the system. So I have told you that by this omega, though it is the constant angular velocity, but this angular velocity will be called as frequency, and here omega suffix n will be called as the natural frequency of the system. So any single degree freedom system will be having only one natural frequency. Okay, so that thing you need to remember, that one single degree freedom system will be having only one natural frequency, and the natural frequency value of the natural frequency will be given by under root k by m, because it is omega n square. Okay, so you can again rewrite this equation, x double dot equal plus omega n square, x equals to 0. So if you just simplify it, you can see the definition of simple harmonic motion. X double dot will be equals to minus of omega n square x. So this is constant. So minus of x means acceleration is proportional to displacement, and it is directed in the opposite direction to the displacement. So this is the basic equation of simple harmonic motion, isn't it? So if you are asked that what is the equation of undamped free vibration single degree freedom system, so this is the equation. And if you are asked that from that equation you prove that this equation is a simple harmonic motion equation, then you need to show this one. Okay, so this negative sign will show you the direction of the acceleration, which is opposite to displacement, and this will give you the definition of simple harmonic motion. Okay, so I think all of you have understood this concept of this undamped free vibration. So anyone, if you are having any doubt, then you can ask me. Yes. Should I repeat this elaboration for this diagram? Yes or no? Have you understood? Yes or no? Hello?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Should I repeat that same thing? Okay. So see, actually we need to analyze this system, but how we will get this system? So from the initial system. Okay, so this is a spring mass system. So earlier, when the mass was not attached, the spring will be at this level. Okay, so this is the unstressed condition of the spring. So now when the mass will be attached, so the spring will move downward, okay, by an amount of delta. So in this position, so if you just want to see the free body diagram, so the forces you can show, okay, on this body. So what are the forces which will be acting? One force will be mg, another force will be k delta, because delta amount of displacement it is happening here. So the spring will be feeling one compressive force, okay, which will be K delta. As because it is under tension, so it will be feeling one compressive force K delta. Okay, so mg will be equals to K delta, isn't it? As because this is static, not dynamic, that is why you can write this force equals to this force. So here it is written, and this concept will be used in this diagram also. Okay, because the values are not changing. M is constant, whatever it was there, K is whatever it is there, it is constant, and delta whatever it is there, it is remain there. Okay, for this diagram also. Now from this position, so you are giving some displacement because this is free vibration. So in free vibration, you need to give some initial displacement to the body. So now you are allowing the body to vibrate. Okay, so when you are giving some displacement in the downward direction x, so the velocity which the body will acquire, it will be x dot. Okay, means dx by dt, and x double dot will be the acceleration, d square x by dt square. Okay, so when you will apply Newton's second law of motion by taking this assumption that all parameters taken downward are positive and all parameters taken upward as negative, so what you will get by Newton's second law of motion, this is the mathematical form of Newton's second law of motion. External force, summation of external force will be equals to mx double dot. Okay, means mass into the acceleration, the inertia force. Okay, mass into acceleration. So what are the external forces? Mg and K delta plus x are the external forces. So mg is downward, mg minus K into delta plus x will be equals to what? Mx double dot. Okay, so this is the final equation. Mx double dot equals to mg minus K delta plus x. Here mg equals to K delta because in the static equilibrium condition these two forces are equal. We'll just simplify. This will be cancelled out. So mx double dot will be equals to minus of kx. So this will be equals to 0. Mx double dot plus kx. So if you just again rewrite the equation, then what you will get? So x double dot. So here it will be k by m. X equals to 0. So this k by m term can be written as omega n square. Okay. So this omega n is called as the natural frequency of the system. So every system has a natural frequency. For a single degree freedom system, the system will be having only one natural frequency. Okay, so just like that, the 2 degree freedom system is having 2 natural frequencies. Okay, so if you just rewrite the equation again, then you will get x double dot plus omega n square x. Okay, so you can write this equation in simple harmonic form equation. So if you just move this term to the right hand side, you will have to apply one negative sign. Okay, so this is the basic definition of simple harmonic motion. So I think now it is clear to you. All the theory, whatever I have told you, it is written here. Okay, so this is for this diagram, how you will get this free body diagram, and how you will get this displacement and all those components. So from this thing, you will get the get all the things actually. Okay, so I think this concept is clear to you. Okay, then for today's lecture, I think I will stop here. So if you, I will upload this video in the Google Classroom also, and time to time, I will not say you regularly that okay, you just open Google Classroom and see the video. So you need to just see all those things. Okay, you need to be updated actually. And one more thing, whatever things we are discussing here in the class, so in one copy, okay, separate copy you need to write from the beginning. Okay, so this is your actually assignment, one type of assignment, because at the last I may ask you that okay, in PDF file your all the written you have to send me, okay, individually. Just like that I may give you one assignment. Okay, so that is why you just maintain whatever I am teaching here. Okay, though I am giving some PDF file also, just you note it down all those things in a separate copy. Whatever problem I am giving, you just try to solve it yourself. Okay, then you just refer to those PDF, and at the same time you just take some reference book, okay, or reference material from the net, which is genuine. Okay, the sources should be genuine, just like NPTEL or okay, or some genuine sources. Then you try to solve some problem. Okay, so if you just find any difficulty, then you can consult me. Okay, so thank you, dear students. Now you can leave this meeting. Okay.